This message right here is going to be a very personal, very, very personal video because I got to talk to my black men. And this is to my black men only. We got to have a talk. They're trying to destroy the black men in this country. They're out to get us. They're going to try to destroy us, black men. I was just watching a video about how the population fell from 18% to 1% in Argentina. And they went after the black men. A lot of black men was locked up in prison. A lot of black men became ill and sick and passed away because they didn't have adequate care and health care. Sounds familiar? So what had happened was so many black men died off and so many black men was in prison in Argentina that the black women had no choice but to start dating white men. I'm starting to realize that this is a pattern. This is a method that they be using from country to country, because we all know that white supremacy is unified. It is global. And they all play according to the same playbook. But one thing I can tell you is that the black American man is the most resilient man on the planet. We are the most resilient and the most feared. That's the reason why they're coming after us now. That's why all this police brutality has been going on. They're trying to kill us off. They're trying to take us out, black men. We got to figure this out. We got to come up with a plan. We got to start having this conversation before we go extinct and they pull the same thing off that they did in Argentina and put our black women in a position where they had no choice but to date out and mix out. But I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that they don't achieve that here. We are the most resilient. If we don't stand against white supremacy, nobody will. Nobody will. We are the strongest. We are the most resilient black men walking the planet. The American black man is undefeated in his battle. Yeah, we go through a lot of things. We've been through a lot of battles and got a lot of battle wounds, but we still standing. We're still standing, black men, and we're going to stand. Because we're going to be the ones that take down white supremacy globally. I promise you that. Only thing we got to do is stand stern. Stand stern and stare in the face of the beast and tell them, heck to the no. You're not going to do to us what you did to the brothers in Argentina. You're not going to do to us what you did to the brothers in Brazil. You're not going to do that to us. You're not going to throw us in the middle of some big melting pot and force us to mix ourselves out to the point that our population falls from 18 to 1%. The global wipeout of the black race is in full effect. And they're going to start with the men. They're going to start with the men because they know the man is the seed carrier. We carry the seed to the black woman to make that black baby. And she can't have one without us. Just like they used to castrate us. Because that was the weapon that they knew that's going to take them out biologically. They know where the weapon lies. And they know the weapon lies in our seed, in our ability to plant that seed. Black men are the most fertile men on the planet. Let me repeat that. Black men are the most fertile men on the planet. We can fertilize anything. And these are facts. We can turn anybody into a carrier of the black man's seed. When a black man lays down with anybody, he has a black baby. That is the power of the black man. No matter who he lays down with, he's going to create and make a black baby. So the only way to stop us from doing that is to try to wipe us out, either through health. That's why I'm telling black men, take care of yourself. Get your prostate checked. Get your colon checked. Make sure you go to the hospital and make sure you stay up on your health. Because that's another way they're going to try to destroy us and kill us. Try to make us so poor to the point where we don't receive adequate health. We're going to start passing away at the age of 40 and 50 years old. And not including all the other things like black on black crime, self-hate, and all the other things that they try to put in a pot to try to wipe us out. But it's time for us to stand. It's time for us to say, okay, now we know what the plan is. We've seen this movie before, and we know exactly how they're going to try to do it. They're going to try to do it through health. They're going to try to do it through incarceration. Those are two things that black men, we better pay attention to. We better pay attention to our health, and we better stay out of these prisons. We got to start doing more to keep our brothers, our kings, out of these prison walls, out of these jailhouses. We have to start realizing that our presence is more important than our money. Having money to provide is one thing, but being present is another. Our presence is needed more than the money. Don't focus on the money. Don't let money become your God to the point that you're willing to do anything for it and risk your life because you want to provide and be a man. And I understand that. I understand that you want to be a man. And I understand that you're dealing with some of these sisters because you know they can get kind of demanding when you're not providing. I get it. But we have to do what we have to do to sustain and to be present in our children's lives. Our presence is more than the money. Our survival is more than the money. And if you want to survive, we're going to have to stay out those prisons. And if you want to survive, we're going to have to make sure we take care of our health care. And make sure that we eat good and eat right and eat healthy. Because they're going to use every biological weapon they can to try to wipe us out. To try to wipe us out. Black men, we got a target on our back. The American black man has a target on our back. And it's time for us to start strategizing for survival. It's time for us to start strategizing for survival. Because these people are not playing. And they have no problem with trying to do whatever it takes to get rid of us. So we have to become smart. And the only way they can do it, if we end up playing into their hands. We got to stop playing into their hands. When you go to jail, you're playing into their hands. You might think they don't want you out here selling drugs. You might think they don't want you out here selling drugs, but that's exactly what they want you to do. For they can lock you up and throw away the key. And then date your woman. And then date your sisters. And lay down and have babies with your mama. And have babies with your aunties. And have babies with your little cousins. Because they ain't going to have nobody to date. Because all the black men going to either be dead or locked up. That is the plan in the future that America has for you, black man. And you better wake up. It's time for us to wake up and strategize and do whatever we got to do. But I'm going to keep you posted because this is part 1 and many more to come. It's time for us as black men to start strategizing against every form of weaponry that the enemy is going to be bringing our way. But I'm going to keep you posted because this is very personal. It is very personal to me because I am a black man.